A long, long time ago, sitting on the edge on top of the Jamalabad Fort Hill in Ujjire, I had what I call my moment of enlightenment, and I became one with the surroundings for a few moments, seconds, or minutes. I had done nothing. I just sat there alone and let nature still my mind. Another such incident was during a trip to Madumalai Sanctuary when I was fortunate to have the Chief Wildlife Warden drive me into the core zone. We alighted and sat on a gentle slope leading down to a stream. No talks, no conversation, just being a part of the forest. The smells and sounds and sights of the forest are still vivid in my memory. A few moments stretched into an eternity, for which I am grateful to the warden, a committed official. And those moments brought me sheer joy. Just thinking of them today brings the same feelings of joy. I am sure that many of you have had such moments, perhaps while gazing at the sea, or walking a jungle trail, or walking through the paddy fields, whatever, and experience the sheer joy of being in the lap of nature. That is perhaps also one of the reasons why we choose to go to such places for holidays, right? And yet, despite our love for nature, we seem not to be bothered on hearing devastating news of hills being stripped for minerals, forests being cleared for roads, or our rivers being choked with plastic and textile waste. A tunnel is being blasted through forested mountains, and 45,000 mangroves are being uprooted to make way for a road. Yet, many of us, lovers of nature, seem not to be bothered. Okay, we have our jobs and we have to pay more attention given that we are now competing with AI. The hike is something that we look forward to as we need to buy the car or pay the EMI for the house loan. Children's education is digging deeper into the purse these days. All that is fine. But can't we spare some time to rally for nature? For the trees and the birds and the animals that we love? There are citizens who are spending their weekends clearing trash in parks. What stops us from preventing? What stops us from joining them? Again, okay, it's our jobs. We are tired. We need to rest during the weekend, which is fine. What stops us from sharing our views and thoughts with friends and colleagues? Because silence can be misunderstood. We need to share our knowledge and our views with others so that the governments and courts alone do not take decisions. We need to show that we care for the mountain which is being blasted. We need to show that we care for the trees which are being uprooted. That is the least that we can do in a culture that is rampantly into material accumulation.